team. Would you like to say anything?
Existing member of the team?
She's sort of the mascot, really,
she is
isn't
the
she?
mascot. I think that's fair. To the point where she's named after the brand, actually.
SOCUK the cat.
Yeah. SOCUK the cat. I'm John Brown. He's Keith Souch. That
Keith
lovely
Souch.
lady over there is Sarah Haskell, and you're watching TGS Live.
Hello!
Hello.
It's Saturday.
It is.
It's Saturday.
It's podcast time.
Get down with your Saturday. Get up with your Saturday. Come on. Get mine. No more of that. We'll have to pay publishing. Come on then. Here we go.
Today's show could be interesting.
Yeah, the cat's obsessed with our table today, so she keeps walking onto it, so we'll have to keep moving her as we go.
Yeah, here she comes.
Yeah, so this
Here
is
she
gonna be a right
comes
pain.
to save the day.
You're watching this week's episode of Cat Watch.
Right. So how's our week's been?
Great. I'm glad I've got nothing to eat here today.
Yes, that's...
I just felt so ill for the rest of the day.
I was uncomfortable with the fish.
And you were uncomfortable the morning after, weren't you?
I was. It was like being in fucking, like, Wonka's factory. There was just this big old chocolate waterfall in our bathroom.
That's nasty.
Pouring out of my ass.
I'm sorry, I need to just...
I had to check it for fat German kids trying to get sucked up there. I like the chocolate.
There it is. See, I knew that
So
if I
gross.
whenever I walk into this set, that I'm going to be amused and cheered up, and I hope that's why you watch too, because it
And
makes me
sickened.
laugh.
It's been a good
Maybe?
week as well, because we've got news and stuff this week, which is
Wow.
good.
We got lots of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just. I'm just dealing with my phone. I'm sorry about that.
How
I'll turn that off
rude.
before I started. Yeah, there we go.
We'll start with the big release this week, which was Marvel's The Defenders.
Yes, it was.
For the full review, check one of the videos. The link will probably be at the end, or like written down here somewhere, or just have a look at our other videos.
You can scroll down.
Yeah.
We've got full review, full coverage. Keith sat with square eyes and did the entire thing.
Yeah,
In one go.
thing. Right,
So there's our thoughts on that.
right, so some of our things we're going to talk about that is some of our worries were the 8-episode length.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
I was curious.
those worries came to fruition.
Why?
It-
Why have
It was way
all
too short,
all
wasn't
these series beforehand introducing these characters?
13 episodes.
13
That's
episodes.
26 episodes for Daredevil.
Yeah, that what he said.
Both those seasons were great.
So what's that? 26. What's another 13?
speak,
That's
apparently.
39 plus another 26.
While he does the math.
45. So that's 65 episodes.
Okay.
65
Very good.
episodes of Marvel.
Introducing characters.
Right, so that's a lot of backstory.
You
Then-
broke my brain at 22.
Then you have a series with lots of them,
Yeah,
all in
together.
it together,
8 episodes.
and you give it 8 episodes.
And you spend the first 2 going over the backstory of the last 65 episodes.
Do you think that's a scheduling thing, though?
I think that comes down to the fact that they were like, okay, right, we do need to cover our asses a bit for anyone who just wants to watch the Defenders.
Yeah.
We need. I get that to a certain extent.
Does it work on that level? Can you have not watched anything else?
No.
No. See, no. I don't,
If it
I
had
don't-
worked
I don't
like
think you can't-
that-
you can't. I don't think you can condense 65 episodes into 2. No.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, so that's not a
And-
judgment, by the way. That's
It's
just a
like
consideration.
Civil War, where you do need to have seen other stuff to understand what's going on. Like.
Yeah.
So, but then they still spend 2 slow episodes. So it's
And they
3
are
episodes in before they
slow.
start meeting. But the whole thing of having 65 episodes beforehand, the same as having 2 Iron Man movies, a Thor movie, and a Captain America, a Hulk, etc., ready for the Avengers, is you could just go full pelt, which Joss Whedon did.
Mm.
And they could have done that here. So you've got 5 less episodes, and you start slowly with plotting backstory. And that was a real problem for me. Right,
And
again, I'm not
and-
going to spoil anything as well. Sigourney Weaver is in this, and of course she's Sigourney Weaver, and she is excellent because she is Sigourney Weaver, the only actress in the world not like held back by her age.
She's awesome. Whatever age she
She
is,
still gets
she's
great
yeah.
fucking roles in massive budget like things.
Projects.
Yeah. Now she's a lot older, and basically spends the whole time with people like her making mistakes or making comments about stuff that happened in the past for the first 2 episodes. Like, oh, this is just as good as it was in Constantinople. They go, I don't believe you mean that. That's what it used to be called. She goes, oh yes. And I'll be like, it's much like, I remember the day like this the last time I was walking with the dinosaurs. She might as well have been like that. You can't mean dinosaurs. Oh, that's right. I don't. It was very much like that. It was a little bit cheesy.
Yeah, but it's still
I'm guessing
comic
she's like
book
immortal or
stuff.
something.
So
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So, and all the bad guys of the hand pretty much can keep coming back to life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh, yeah, and then they spend 15-20 minutes showing us what a badass Elektra is. We know Elektra's a badass. She's fucking Elektra.
Spent a season on that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a season showing us what a badass she was in season 2 of Daredevil.
However, Elodie Young's having a good week. Defenders and Hitman's Bodyguard in the same day. Good work, that girl.
That'd be like to do the Punisher series and showing us that Frank Castle can be a little bit angry from time to time. It's a little bit
redundant.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, it was completely not needed at all. Again, Charlie Cox. Like,
spot on.
We love Charlie Cox.
Like, he was when they cast Daredevil, he is not the fucking guy that I would have thought should have been Daredevil. Like, I wouldn't have thought of it at all. But what a perfect casting! Like, he was great. Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones.
She's awesome.
Jessica Jones is the standout in this, which is funny because we think it's the standout of the series overall. You can't help but watch her when she's on screen. She's sassy, she's bitchy, but on point and there for the people that she cares about, and it's a very, very interesting character. The same as Daredevil's an interesting character. Luke Cage is, again, great. It's just Danny Rand. They're doing Danny Rand wrong. They're doing Iron Fist so wrong. If you know him from the comic books or even the cartoon series, the guy's kind of a surfer, like, hipster, Matthew McConaughey type Zen dude. And he's not portrayed like that at all. He's becoming whinier and self-entitled all the time. And when they first started Iron Fist, within the first 3 or 4 episodes, he was a very chilled out innocent, and they need to get back to that. He was very, very likeable, and you felt for all the shit he was going through because he kept trying to see the best in all the people like fucking him over. And now he's just so fucking angry. I mean, we're talking like Bruce Banner levels of fucking angry, and it just doesn't suit the character at all.
It doesn't even come across angry though. Like you said, it comes across whiny.
Yeah, very whiny.
And like he just needs a bit of a bitch slap.
But overall, it just wasn't...
My opinion, anyway.
It wasn't...
Or Hulk out.
It wasn't the payoff 65 episodes of backstory should have been. Now, again, we really, really enjoyed it, and you can check out our review for our final scores and all the rest of it. We thought it was good. We just know from watching Daredevil and Jessica Jones that it could have been a lot better. And as I say, you haven't managed to see.
I haven't got there yet. No, I haven't. And
have you watched it yet?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I haven't watched Defenders.
No, have you watched Jessica Jones yet?
No, I'm not all the way through that yet. But it's good stuff. Real good stuff. I think to be honest, the temptation was strong. I found myself with about an hour or two spare, and I went, "Oh, shall I get a start?" And I thought, no, because if I start it, I won't want to finish it. Yeah. So I avoided it. But
yeah, because you saw all of Luke Cage, didn't you? Yeah.
I saw all of Luke Cage.
All of Daredevil.
Oh, I mean all of that. Oh, I love Daredevil.
Yeah, it's just Jessica Jones and Iron Fist just sort of behind.
He's one of my what I call.
And it doesn't really
favourites.
matter what order you watch those. I don't think so much because they're separate stories, even though they're kind of linked. They're still separate stories. But this is very much supposed to be a culmination of every path they've been on has led them to this moment, whether they knew it or not. And once they get to that point, which takes 3 episodes.
And 65 episodes.
Then they're rushing to the finish.
Yeah.
And it gets to the end, you're like, wow, they wrapped that up really, really quickly. Really quickly. It felt like they could have gone more. And there was a lot of, again, repeat uses of sets. Like, there's a hallway that appears at least 3 or 4 times, and it's just decorated slightly, like there might not be a door on it. But you know full well it's the same fucking set as it was. It's clearly obvious.
Got like some Goldfinger shit going on.
They kept trying to do that.
You know it's
you know
in Pinewood.
the whole Avengers thing where like the camera's spinning around and you're seeing different stuff going on and all the rest of it. That's really exciting in the Avengers because everyone's stupidly overpowered. And there's like Hulk smashing someone through the fucking like.
Yeah, there's enough stuff to go on.
Yeah, but they try and do that with 4 people all just punching people, and it's not the same effect.
Oh, are you referring to Whedon's flawless shot?
Yeah.
Well, they do that thing where they go around the whole city and they're all doing something, and he does that beautiful, beautiful series of segments of shots, but it makes it look like one shot.
Even at the beginning of Ultron, where
so good.
They're in that war zone, and it's
they start there. Yeah.
They try to do that towards the end, and it just doesn't work. The best moments come from Iron Fist and Luke Cage facing off with each other. Daredevil and Iron Fist like facing off against each other. Basically, when they're fighting amongst each other, it's very, very good.
Yeah. It's true though. It's or when they're all fighting Iron Fist.
Yeah, and
You kind of think, just let him have it.
Danny Rand didn't listen to Stick, because Stick did try to tell him that Matt Murdock was the most naturally gifted martial artist he's ever seen, and Danny didn't seem to think that would be the case.
Is Stick still a grizzly old cuss-heavy bastard?
Yeah.
You ever wondered why you're you fucking stuck a lieutenant
All
your
the
whole
bad
life?
guys, all the supporting cast were great. Elektra was a little bit one note this time. She was not as good as she was in Daredevil.
But still,
which is a shame.
Elodie Young!
I think he fancies her.
So
she's too skinny.
body shaming superheroes now, are we?
No, she's lovely. She is stunning. She is beautiful.
But there is definitely a feeling there could have been more. And again, that might have been down to the fact that they're trying to do so much with it.
Athletic,
everyone's got their
that's
own.
what I was looking for.
Everyone's got their own
Athletic,
shooting schedules. Everyone's got their own series they're working on. Everything's been greenlit for a second or third series, etc. So I'm hoping when the Defenders all come together again, and inevitably they will, it will be better.
I hope so, because I think a lot of people pinned a lot of high hopes on it. I didn't, because I was kind of like, this is just a natural evolution of other things.
And without giving anything away to anyone, at the end, it's his mum they're referring to, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say whose mum or whatever. When you get there, you're like, what are they talking about? It's his mum. For those who are confused.
Confirmed. That's going to in there somewhere so far.
Confirmed.
What does it say? Right, what does it say on that timer over there?
It says 11 minutes 50.
Yeah,
11 minutes. It took you 11 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly. I had to get it in because it was going too long without a confirmation.
So yeah, that was the Defenders.
Yeah.
Right, so that's
still, definitely worth a watch. Still.
That's TV news out of the way.
Get the final scores by looking at the video, which is available
now as we speak. It's already posted.
It's online, so go watch it or else.
Wherever.
This week as well, gaming news now.
Do we have some?
We had two big games this week. We had Sonic Mania, which is the best Sonic the Hedgehog game ever made. I'm telling you. Like, there'll be people out there going, no, sacrilege, the Holy Trilogy, Sonic 1 to 3. And like, no, this is everything.
We've got a music bed, so I'm just going to provide one.
So I like it.
It's so good. It's everything that Sonic
is that not copyright though?
Should have been. Was and should have been. That's a hell of a thing. And then
they add stuff to it, right? I saw the video. I watched his video. Did you?
It's even like
done.
Dr. Robotnik's Jelly Bean fucking counter game. Like, that's in there. And then
what hidden reference?
That sounds like
I love that sort of attention to detail. I love that.
That sounds like it should be really wrong. Dr. Robotnik's Jelly Bean.
And £15 brand new, like it's worth a punt. Like, honestly, even at 15 quid, you don't even take my word for it. You can give it a go for 15 quid. And it's so bloody good. This game, if it would come out on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, if you're a Yank, there's that would have been £40 a game, and it would have been worth it. So £15 is a bargain for this. And the other thing that came out yesterday was Agents of Mayhem, which is a follow-on from the Saints Row series. So it's a follow-on from the first 4 and Get Out of Hell, and it is a lot of fun. It's exactly the sort of thing you'd expect from Volition. Deep Silver is brilliant. Not perfect, but these games aren't. But
a lot of fun. Yeah,
a lot of fun. Huge amounts of fucking over-the-top pop culture referencing, and huge amounts of over-the-top like powers and abilities and shooting. It's all good. Also, this week something else very similar to what Saints Row, to Agents of Mayhem would have been. Crackdown 3 has been put back.
Ah, yeah. Now, you said this doesn't bode well.
This doesn't bode well because this was supposed to be the big release game for the Xbox One X. It was coming out the same day as the Xbox One X console, which, by the way, you should be able to pre-order the Xbox One X console as of tomorrow night.
Ooh.
Okay, so the idea is they're going to show more announcement stuff at Gamescom tomorrow, and then you should be able to then finally pre-order your Xbox One X's. So we should be doing that.
Yes. Xbox One X.
So yeah, it's been put back until March next year.
So the Xbox One X is still going to come out on schedule though?
I guess we'll know tonight.
I'm distracted by what the cat's doing.
I guess because that's my point. Like, has it been put back because the console needs to be put back? Because they've taken ages to get to the pre-orders. Normally, you announce at E3, here's our console. That night, you can pre-order it, and that hasn't been the case. Months have gone by, and you still can't pre-order this item.
So you're going to maybe get to a pre-order, and I'll say this item will be ready, and the date will.
So it's either a problem with the game or it's a problem with the console, and we will not know until later tonight, one way or the other. Fingers crossed, it is a problem with the game. And let's hope this game doesn't end up in the same sort of fucking turmoil as Scalebound.
I was going to say the dragon thing.
The dragon thing. Yeah, we want to see Crackdown 3. It's one of John and I's favourite series of games.
Yeah,
Games.
we spent many hours from various locations playing online.
So far, none of the other games set to release on the 7th of November have been put back.
Okay, so there's still every chance this is an
but
isolated
there's no
incident.
big
It's
play
only
title
one.
for it. So, but I know a lot of other third parties were going to be releasing games on that day for that console. So hopefully, fingers. And again, we should know more by the time Microsoft finish their press conferences and all the rest of it over this weekend at Gamescom.
Hi.
We have a little
She's
visitor.
back.
Yeah. So,
She's curious.
with any luck, we shall know more. So I think that's it for games news.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games news though.
Yeah.
That's kind of like several items of distraction ticked off your list right there. So you've already got 8 hours of hello.
There, I'm
There
sorting
you go,
it.
look, cat's ass, move
Oh,
cat.
no, don't do that.
Oh, don't cut after last time.
I remember what happened last time.
There we go.
It
Off she
wasn't pretty.
It wasn't pretty.
Right.
Like
So-
the stuff happened.
What has been happening in the world of film?
In the world of film, Dark Tower's been taking a pasting.
Apparently so.
Mm.
Disappointingly so.
No, you all
That's
know about
surprising,
you
actually.
all know as much about this as I do because I have not had a chance to see it yet,
Did you know that it's also going to be a TV series?
as well as a movie
As
series.
well as the movie series. There is both.
Or has it been moved to a
Because
TV
remember,
series
I think
because
you
the
remember,
movie
I
series
think,
is not doing well
about
yet?
6, 7, 8 months ago, I said Dark Tower has been scheduled to be a TV series.
Right,
And
yeah,
then it
that's
was
what I
revealed
thought
the
it
film was
was.
coming out, and we thought, oh, we must have just been misinformed. Apparently not.
There's a TV series
That
and a movie
seems a bit
series.
odd to do both.
So what, the
at
TV
the
series
same
maybe
time.
fills in the gaps between the movies?
I don't know.
It's a bold
It
prospect.
could be two different projects.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I can't pass any judgment or offer any insight on it.
It should be
Unfortunately,
a TV series.
it should be a TV series, yeah, because there's so much
It's-
content.
It's his Lord of the Rings, his Game of Thrones, you know? It's
Yeah,
King's,
yeah.
It's King's massive epic. And
Fantasy
you need
world.
television to tell that sort of...
It's got its own galaxy.
Ideally,
Maybe
Showtime,
it's-
AMC or fucking HBO need to have it.
Maybe it's sort of the film came out and King's done a bit of a shining with it and said no, I really don't like it, and so now someone else is taking over and doing it as a
I
TV
don't
show, or
I've got no intel from any
But-
of it.
because
From what I know,
he
it
is
hasn't done that
Now,
well
he is
critically.
he is
This
very
isn't conf-
vocal
this isn't
if he doesn't
confirmed.
like things.
This isn't confirmed.
Not
apparently,
confirmed!
Apparently, Frank Darabont is looking to produce the TV series. Which, if that is the case, means it will be happening, and it means it'll have King's full support because he's Frank Darabont. He's the guy that bought Shawshank Redemption from Stephen King for $1, and then the rights to Green Miles from Stephen King for $1 because Stephen King liked his proposal enough and just said, "All right, you can have the rights for $1." Turned down tons of other people, big studios for all these things,
And money.
Darabont, he gave him some
We need to come up with an idea and get him to sell us something for
Did
$1.
Darabont do The Mist as well?
Can't say.
I believe he did.
Mr. King, if you're watching, can we buy something for $1, please?
I need
If we have a good enough representation, he would do it. 'Cause
Pretty please.
That's because he even tried to do one himself and it was awful. Didn't he? Remember he did? Was it Maximum Overdrive? King did himself with
Remember that one?
Emilio Estevez and all that. Lot.
Ooh.
It's a terrible movie, and King directed that himself. And it's awful.
But at least he gave it a go.
Yes. And
Yes,
then after
at least
that,
he
kept going,
tried.
"Here, Darabont, you have this. You have this."
Yeah,
you
because
are
Shawshank
genius."
Redemption, Green Mile and shit.
Any more thumbs? If I had more thumbs, I'd give them.
Yeah, Green Mile's fantastic. So Shawshank is probably one of the greatest movies ever made.
By default. If it's in everyone's top 5, it's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
There is no better movie than Shawshank Redemption.
There you go. I remember the first time I saw Kiss Out.
The first time Andy Durant got raped in the showers.
All the lines he could have picked.
I said to Andy, don't drop the soap, Andy. Soap on a rope. That's what you need, you dope. Right.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
So, what else?
What else? Hitman's Bodyguard happened.
Okay.
That
That's
also...
the Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson thingamajig.
Thingamajig, yes. One of those films that really nobody knew about and then it just happened. What's that look for?
Yep.
That really threw me. You just went...
I was thinking, what have I done wrong?
I was thinking you did. Yeah, no, it's good. Quite simply, it's good. It's really, really good fun.
It's good.
It's good. It's great. It's doing considerably better than Dark Tower, and I think that's because nobody. It was like a curveball. Nobody expected this movie, and then all of a sudden, it just came out because I think there was a pretty short window between the trailer.
No, I've got a bit of a fever.
You don't
Have you?
look very well.
Oh yeah,
You okay?
I'm not feeling too good.
I think.
All right, mate.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I think we need to
Oh
just
yeah,
give you a
give him
Okay.
some. Yeah.
injection.
That's what I needed. Some adrenaline.
Yay! Adrenaline! Yay!
I'm all back again now.
No me gusta, no me gusta. Yeah,
We filled it with coffee.
And cocaine. Anyway. Ding, cocaine. No, there's none of that. Just coffee. Which I've had plenty of. Coffee, not cocaine. So, yeah, Hitman's Bodyguards.
Yep.
One of those movies, suddenly there's a trailer and you go, wow, that looks great, and then it's out. Just happens out of nowhere. You know, you get movies like that.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies, and it's very similar to things like Lethal Weapon, Last Boy Scout, Midnight Run. It's in that kind of vein. Your 80s, 90s action buddy cop comedy.
Take the monies, please.
exactly. Ryan Reynolds, and the funny thing about it is, of course, that Samuel L. Jackson is basically a double hard bastard.
Yeah.
And his job is he has evidence and a testimony that will put very evil villain Gary Oldman, evil Eastern European dictator Gary Oldman. They've got him, and he's on trial at The Hague, but they need Samuel L. Jackson's evidence to put him
Eastern
away.
European Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Is he a vampire?
That would be really cool. I would like that.
The thing is, they do,
Werewolves.
they do a deal, but the thing about Samuel L. Jackson is he's kind of like a badass.
I have seen the beast.
So they put.
I can't even do it as bad as Reeves.
They put some
Call blimey governor, bastard Dracula.
bastards and Carfax. So like, whoa. Yeah, so it's something like that. But
Wasn't
nothing.
that
No, none of
bad.
those things. Gary Oldman is convincingly venomous, as one would expect from Gary Oldman, because he's great.
Fucking awesome.
He's great, and he doesn't do. The funny thing is,
bad. Makes Dick Van Dyke sound like fucking Ian
No. No.
Dick Van Dyke and Ian
I would
McKellen.
say it was the other way around.
Dick
but
Van McKellen.
Dick Van McKellen.
that could have happened. You never
You
know.
shall not pass. Malido. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, no, Gary Oldman's great, and does a lot with very little.
Yeah.
He's essentially in prison.
Yeah, but that's why he's so great.
So he kind of manipulates lots of thugs and evil people on the outside to try and kind of put the kibosh on Samuel L. Jackson. And to ensure that Samuel L. Jackson is to deliver his testimony, they, one, falsely imprison his wife, played by a very sweary, very angry Salma Hayek, which is interesting in itself, and two, place the services of personal executive protection agent Ryan Reynolds to babysit Samuel L. Jackson, which is funny because Samuel L. Jackson is probably 10 times harder than Ryan Reynolds.
You ever seen
agent.
a film where Gary Oldman plays a little person? He plays a dwarf.
No.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a.
No, this is a real movie.
I thought that was the thing that you
No,
just
no, no.
Sure you
projected in
didn't
your
dream
arm,
it?
making you see
No,
things
look at
that
me
you've
being all
seen that
politically
you
correct
hadn't
there.
seen, that you made up.
No, this is a real thing.
What's it called?
I was about to say, Gary Oldman's had a perfect career, but then I remembered that.
What's it called?
It might be something stupid like Little Things or something like that.
Little People.
Yeah, he's not like that in this.
Yeah.
He's convinced. They
It's
continue.
a real movie. It's,
What I love about that is
it's funny as all fuck. It isn't supposed to be, but it is. It's
they
not
continue to reinforce his evil throughout the movie. At no point is he a dwarf. He probably kills a few, but no.
You thought it was weird that fucking like Scarlett Johansson was playing like a Japanese person, but having fucking Gary Oldman like
playing a dwarf.
Yeah, that's even weirder.
Personally, Mickey Rooney as a Chinese person.
That's the worst.
That's pretty bad.
That's just straight out racist.
Hang on a minute. If we're going to talk about racism in movies, isn't George Peppard, as in Hannibal, in Breakfast and Tiffany's playing a?
No, that's Mickey Rooney.
Oh, that was Mickey.
Yeah, and he's like got
Breakfast and Tiffany's.
George Peppard's
he's got his eyes like.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up. I always get those confused, but yeah. So Mickey Rooney's the.
It's not like no, I'm not going to do it.
No, don't.
Oh dear.
Don't.
But no, he's got his eyes taped up,
he's
and
got them all taped up, and he's like, oh, it's so bad. He's got tons of cameras and all the rest of it.
That is, I think, to be honest, that is the very definition of whitewashing right there.
Yeah.
Still love that film though. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Oh, yes, a classic.
Definitely.
You get the feeling Donald Trump will have that scene just on loop, just laughing his ass off.
Don't even want to mention that man's name today.
No.
Thank you very much.
Whilst reading Mein Kampf as Trump. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. I mean, we can't get through this whole podcast without talking about that. We're going to talk about it. We'll get there.
Alright, well...
It's going to happen.
We will. But let's wrap up on it. We should. Let's wrap up on it.
You think it's weird when Gary Oldman plays a dwarf? It's not as weird as when the President of the United States of America comes out for the Nazis.
Yeah, we need to
fucking hell.
Yes, we will get to that.
We'll get to that.
Fucking hell.
It's like he's only just realised what he's saying and actually what in reality is going on, and he's just processed that now in the moment and gone, what the actual fuck? And had some sort of breakdown.
I couldn't make it up.
You couldn't, and you can make it up.
And you come up with some weird shit.
John Cleese the other week was talking about it, and he was saying he couldn't make it up. If they'd presented it as a Monty Python sketch, they would have been no, that's far too surreal.
Right, now we'll finish the review.
Okay. We'll finish the Hitman's Body, I think. It's directed by Patrick Hughes, who did Expendables 3, which, as I recall, was our favourite Expendables.
Yes. That was the one with Gibson in.
Yeah. So what comes with that, obviously, is...
Speaking of... Shit, sorry.
I think I'm going to need to get a proper injection in a minute. Just to knock him out. And shut him up.
In Bloodfather, though, doesn't he go on a fucking...
No,
because he does... Because there's that thing... No, we're on this subject now, fuck it.
Yeah.
In Bloodfather, do you not think it's a little bit awkward? Like, there are things in Bloodfather that it kind of feels like he's trying to apologise through the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's just fine.
But,
you know?
Right.
But at least he's trying to apologise.
Right.
Properly.
You can't... Right, they're both... Everything these people have said is bad, but...
One of them is the President of the United States.
Is a talented person. He is a talented actor, talented writer, and talented director. And the other one is Donald Trump,
who has demons,
who has no talent.
I think genuinely, from the heart, I think Gibson
he's
troubled.
Had some issues.
Wait, to say he's got no talent is wrong. The man is pretty good at fucking balancing an albino badger on his fucking head.
Whereas Trump is calculated. There's a difference.
I don't know.
We got theories on this. We'll get to it. We got theories on this.
Okay.
Because fucking
you
can't
couldn't
be what it is. It
can't
what? Just fucking my brain won't fucking allow it.
No one can be that idiotic.
See that fucking. We honestly think that fucking Matt and Trey from South Park
have got it
modern day
completely
fucking
right.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, they've got it spot on.
In that, Mr. Garrison, or Trump, as he was portraying, is desperately trying not to be president.
He's been put forward, but he really doesn't want to be.
During the fucking election stage, and people just kept fucking voting. And then once he was president, he kept trying to get fucking impeached. Right? And I honestly think this may well be happening.
Trump's done it as a bit of a laugh. Didn't think he would actually get any major support.
Or it's a big plan to make his daughter the first female president, because she's come out fully against all of this. And is currently in a strong political fucking position. Right? So this could just be really big politics for him to bring some nepotism in, which he is quite fond of, considering his whole fucking board of directors are made up of his fucking kids. Like, so, but anyway, that's by the by. What he's saying, he must know what it sounds like, whether he believes it or not.
I mean, you can
He
say
probably does believe it.
you can say a lot in life. You know, you can say weird shit because people are open.
You can't say there's blame on both sides.
You can't say
No,
that.
referring to
You
Nazis.
can't say I
you guys,
like
did you guys all
Nazis.
see what Michael Rappaport's been doing, all the kind of stuff he's been doing?
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy.
They've like even Chris Evans and all that lot have come out against him. Right, the 25th Amendment. Okay, the 25th Amendment states, in a roundabout way, one of the things it talks about, if the President of the United States is saying and doing stuff that is mentally disturbed and therefore puts the fucking country and its people in some kind of danger,
i.e. World War III.
he is to be impeached.
So why is he still in the fucking White House?
Let's face it, he should have been impeached for the whole fucking Russian debacle. Even the accusation of that should have been enough to get the man, like, I mean...
In a court.
If that had been Nixon, Nixon would have been impeached.
Some of the... Yeah.
Nixon was impeached. And that was for a burglary. That wasn't for buying your votes from the Russians, allegedly. We'll cover ourselves with that one. Allegedly. But... There's no allegedly for what the man has said for, like, the support of everything that happened in Charlottesville. And now he's also saying, oh, we shouldn't tear down these monuments to fucking slavery and shit in the fucking South because they're pretty. I'm sorry. Look at all the pretty slavery. Fucking, what the fuck is the man on?
Look at all the pretty slavery.
What the fuck? If a whole group of your citizens... take offence, and like the whole group, we're talking like a fucking good 40% of the population are taking offence to something. Do something about it. It's not like they're going, oh, fucking, this Yellowstone Park's a little bit fucking racist, we need to get rid of it. They're not saying that, they're saying this statue of fucking Robert E. Lee is fucking racist, we need to get rid of it. And they go, no, it's quite pretty in that
pretty.
part. Fuck him. Like,
fuck him in the ear.
It's fucking awful.
I did not have sexual relations
Is there blame
with that Nazi.
Is there blame to go on both sides with the fucking guy that fucking hit the woman with the fucking car? Was that partially her fault that she's now dead?
Oh yes,
Is that her fault?
because she was standing there like a normal human being.
Oh, there was murder, but you know, there's blame on fucking both sides here. Like fucking no, there's not. There just fucking isn't.
Again, you know. But,
Jesus fucking Christ!
You
I
know,
have to come across as diplomatic.
and with slavery,
No, you don't.
You know, there is blame on both sides. These white people taking these other people from their homes, from their countries, and making them do their shit because they're too fucking lazy.
You're right. The black people in Africa
black people are wrong.
Shouldn't have been free and enjoying their lives when the Dutch turned up. You know, that was their mistake. What the fuck?
Blame on both sides.
Yes, the Jews.
What the fuck?
They were, you know, they're just as bad as the Nazis.
You know, you don't ever hear the good sides of the holiday camps they sent them on.
Exactly.
Like, all the fucking volleyball games they probably got to involve in. Like, fucking, honest to fucking God, come on, people. Like, they say the mistakes of the past are destined to be fucking repeated, but we always thought that would not be one that would fucking be repeated.
There's a few things we should have learnt our lesson by now.
Like, fucking come on. Like, this is so bad. This is a man in so much power.
It's scary.
I love. There was a tweet.
Fucking
Somebody. Because there were like graduation days this week and stuff, and one of the tweets that really made me laugh was, "Don't worry if you failed your exams. The dumbest fuck in the world is currently the leader of the free world."
Yeah. When George Bush Sr. and George W.
That's
Bush
quoted
Jr.,
in a tweet, by the way.
the only two living fucking Republican presidents left,
And they're
are
against
coming
you.
out against the current Republican president. Something is fucking wrong in fucking Denmark. I'm just fucking saying, that's pretty bad. When Arnold Schwarzenegger is coming out as the voice of fucking reason with his Terminate Hate fucking campaign, which, well done fucking Arnie, you know, you fucked up California, but this you're right on.
Yeah.
Like, fucking...
What's with all this fucking Nazi business?
I mean, of course he's going to come out against it. Fucking Austria have a fucking big history with this shit. They know the way fucking hate turns the fucking whole world against each other. They were at the fucking epicenter of it all, and they saw all the fucking Jews being pulled out their fucking houses and being put in fucking camps. Like, that is the history of that fucking country, and it's awful, and he doesn't want to see that fucking happen again. And he must be a fucking afraid that the fucking current president is, like... He's already got the dodgy haircut, people. He's just a moustache away. Like, fucking... I'm just saying.
Don't give him ideas.
I mean, fuck me, America. You need to...
You all need to sort...
You all talk about your fucking reasoning for keeping guns, yeah? That everybody has the right to bear arms or the right to arm bears, whatever the fuck you want to do.
Do you know what? America would be safer.
And do you know what that comes from? If you read the whole thing, it says, if in need to form a militia to take down the tyrannical rule of whoever is in charge. Well, fucking, you've got your guns, people. Like, where's the fucking militia to take down the fucking, like, wrong and tyrannical rule? Like, you keep saying you want your fucking guns and you'll take them out of your cold dead hands. Well, as ridiculous as it is, fucking, now is the time to stand up as a fucking country and say we're not going to fucking stand up for this.
And also, he's been through more staff than a badly run burger joint.
It's scary for the rest of the world. It must be fucking, like, so scary to be living there at the moment. You know?
John Cleese, talking about John Cleese, the funny thing...
Oh, it's so fucking
John
crazy.
Cleese was in... I can't remember who he's been interviewed. He was on a Saturday Night Chat show recently, and the host, and I apologise for not remembering the host name, but the host looked up and said, is living in America under Trump really is... no, what was it? It was something along the lines of, are things better now, as promised, under the rule of Trump? Because Cleese lives there. Yeah. And Cleese just went, fuck no!
We live in a time in America, the only voices of reason are coming from your late night hosts, your comedians. They've got it all down. They know what's going on. They're the people you should be listening to. They shouldn't be the voice of reason. It should be your leaders.
Go back to bed, America.
That's not the way.
Is it? Who was?
Quite literally, at the moment, you could fucking put a bowl of fucking jelly in there, and it would do a better job.
There were two fantastic American comedians,
or a bear with a gun
that are no longer with us.
Yeah. We said you could arm bears. Sarah's right. A bear with a gun. That'll be a better present. It'll be far less likely to do violent harm to anyone than fucking Trump is currently. Jesus, we had to talk about this. We've avoided this for weeks, but shit, like that was the final straw.
It was Rufus. No, who was? No, that wasn't George Burns.
George Carlin.
George Burns was the comedian with Scar. Thank you very much.
George Carlin.
He was Rufus.
Yes.
So he was one of the comedians. Who was the other one? Bill somebody.
Bill Hicks.
Yeah. These two guys called this fucking decades ago.
Yeah, both dead now. So
I'm just glad they're not here to see it then.
Yeah. This is a Bill Hicks sketch where he does the "Go back to bed, America."
Yeah.
And he's nailed it. That's happening right now. All that kind of stuff that Bill Hicks was talking about, it's happening right now.
Maybe this is just a nightmare.
At least
we will all wake up.
At least we know your next president's going to be Lisa Simpson. Because the Simpsons did predict that Trump would become president. They predicted that like fucking 15 years ago, and then Lisa took over.
Again, though, she would do a better job than him.
Oh, absolutely. You can't make this shit up.
My brain hurts.
I know.
You can't afford a band, so I'm just going to do
wow. Like, there's blame on both sides.
Fuck you, Trump.
That's just fucking disgusting. There's not blame on both sides when it comes to racism. There isn't. There's the guy being racist and the guy being fucking oppressed. And they're the two sides. And there's no blame on the side of the oppressed. Just the oppressors.
You know it's bad when you're taught throughout, journalistic integrity is important, and you get serious journalists who are taught to be objective or are taught to only deal with the facts, and it's very bad for them to not deal with the facts, and it's very bad for their career to go on social forums, to write in their columns things, factually incorrect, or to form an opinion that's a personal opinion. But when you have some of the world's most notorious and respected journalists basically saying "fuck you, Trump" on their Twitter pages,
and
politicians, it's bad,
and professionals, and actors, and directors, and like everything across the board is against this. There are people who are probably racists against this, because they at least know they shouldn't be seen to be racists. Unlike the current POTUS.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, how can you go from fucking Obama's America to this?
Because there are blame on both sides.
This is so bad, in fact, that fucking like Jordan Peele felt he had to change the ending of his fucking movie just so there wouldn't be another black man being oppressed at the end of it.
Oh, so you saw the double endings?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
I really liked it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Get Out and
Watch
see
it.
it. Like,
Yes.
that film is awesome.
Yeah, and it's his statement that this still happens.
That racism isn't dead, and it clearly not.
It was
I love
scary.
and it's a what I love about that movie is it's a Blumhouse production, right? And all the Blumhouse stuff, they're horror movies and there's a notorious villain. What I love about this is the villain in this movie is racism.
Yeah.
The monster.
Yeah,
he makes
not...
monster movies, but the monster in this movie is racism, and I love that. I don't love racism, but I love the fact that artistically they've gone with, well, we've got creatures, we've got, in different movies, we've got ghosts, we've got all this stuff like The Purge, all that kind of stuff. But in this movie, racism is the creature. And it's, dealt with in that film spectacularly, and it's eye-opening in that way. It's like, this, you think this is disgusting? You think this is bad? This is fucking happening, and that's why they made that
And that was
movie.
the worst thing, watching it and knowing that it probably does still happen somewhere.
And you're rooting for him by the end, man. You are
Big
rooting
time.
for him. Like, you're with
At
him.
least the American Senate overturned fucking like Trump's fucking attempt to take away the healthcare that Obama set up. That's one good thing that happened in the last couple of weeks. Let's talk about something good that happened in America. Well done to the American Senate. One more job to go.
Just hurry up and do it.
Amendment 25.
Everyone, just you don't even need to write a letter. Just
Impeach.
put Amendment 25 and post it to the White House.
Hashtag impeach Trump. Hashtag impeach Trump. Like,
Or Amendment 25.
You get like a few million people doing that. Someone's got to pay attention.
So you got this theory that this is the South Park theory that actually he doesn't want to be there, which is why he's behaving like a spoiled
It's the
child.
only thing that logically makes any sense.
Oh,
Now,
now,
if you
like the child
Because
that gets attention by doing so negatively through ill behaviour.
Yeah.
he doesn't, I don't think it's anything because to apply logic to Trump, which is difficult, that is the only thing. I was
going to say, is that even
is
possible?
the only thing that
Spell it.
could logically make sense, because there's no way to spin this good. No way.
I would
The greatest spin
hate
doctor in the
to
world
be his PR
couldn't
agent.
fucking, like,
He's been through like 3 of those now, hasn't
a
he?
pocket full of kryptonite couldn't spin doctor this. Like, fucking. You know what I mean?
What is he on now? His 3rd PR guy?
That's bad.
Yeah,
He got rid of 2, didn't he?
I think he might have changed his entire cabinet at least 3 times. It's like skin, your skin
Somebody,
replaces
I
folians
bet
every 60 days or
right,
something.
listen,
like
I'm
that,
gonna
isn't it?
listen right now. I'm just gonna quickly open my email, and I guarantee you, there's a negative Trump story. Within
Yeah, like fucking seriously, it's just beyond. And don't get me wrong, right?
I'm linked up with all kinds of news
Sounds like we're a
feeds.
bit on a fucking high horse. We're not doing a whole lot fucking better over here in the UK, and we really need to fucking take a look at that as well. But still,
We're not
with all the
starting
crazy
world
shit,
wars.
You know,
We're not
our Prime Minister hasn't come out for the Nazis. So that's a plus. In this weird fucking world we currently live in, the fact that our Prime Minister has not come out for the Nazis is a plus. Yay, 2017.
Look,
Oh, what a year.
found one.
Go on.
1:30 today, I had a breaking news story about Donald Trump.
Okay, a couple of hours ago.
Right? And as soon as it opens, the headline reads, President Donald Trump bows out of the Kennedy Center Honors Ceremony.
Jesus, snubbing the fucking Kennedys in America.
They've decided to bow out of the ceremony.
That's pretty fucking bad, isn't it? You know? They're like,
The White House.
they're like the first.
correspondents
They're like
dinner as well.
the
They're
full-time
America's
first
family.
family of fucking America. You know what I mean?
I bet I can find another one.
Oh, if only Bobby hadn't fucking been killed. Like, that country would have been so different from what fucking Bobby Kennedy might have done. Again, look at your fucking American history and politics. Like, it's crazy.
Can I just say something?
He's going to be impeached. It's got to happen.
All this
There we go.
Trump
There we go. I've got
talk.
another one.
I'm pretty depressed now.
I know.
Billionaire investor Carl, I can't pronounce his surname, Icahn, steps down as Trump special advisor.
Yeah.
Notice they're not being fired. They're stepping
Scaramucci's
down.
as well, isn't he?
He lasted 10 days.
Scaramucci. Like, and he was at least funny.
Scaramucci.
Like, he was gonna like
He's doing a fandango now.
He's gonna
isn't he?
fucking
He
fire
is.
people. He was talking
I
like
like that.
someone out of a fucking Scorsese fucking extra. He was like a Scorsese extra, wasn't he? He was brilliant. He was at least amusing.
In fact, I think Scorsese probably should give him
Maybe
a
he
call
will,
now he's
yeah.
in need of
some work, yeah.
Like, oh my god, it's like whoever's next.
It's like, what a fucking guy. I was in there, he's telling me this is what he wants, like he's the boss, and then I do what he says and he
For
fucking tells
likability,
me
they
that.
have the easiest job in the world, you know?
Oh, whoever's next, they're going to love them.
Yeah.
Because no one can be as... Touchwood. No one can be as bad as Trump.
All I'm saying is, under any other president, I don't think Charlottesville would have happened.
No.
That would have been quashed.
I think you're right.
And that, I think, is where we're going to end that particular section.
Yes, because we've gone on for nearly 20 minutes about Donald Trump.
What else happened in the world of film this week, John? Apparently Hitman's Bodyguard was out, and it's very good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
We didn't get back to the star rating on that, did we?
No.
Which was 4.
4. There we
Gave
go.
it 4.
Ah.
Because it is brilliant. It is really over the top. But as you would expect with that director and that cast, and it's extremely funny and extremely loaded with action, and it's got great cast. It's one of those summer popcorn blockbuster movies, actioners.
Good.
Mindless,
That's what we
entertaining
need.
bollocks.
We do.
Really
It's nice
funny.
to see something like that isn't a Fast and Furious movie or from Marvel or DC.
No, it's like I said, and it harks back to and is clearly influenced by things like the greatest action movies of our younger years, of the 80s and 90s, you know, things like Midnight Run and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, Midnight Run is still way up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, it's nice that it's on that level in terms of...
It was De Niro's birthday yesterday, and they were asking what your favourite De Niro movies were, and I actually put
Happy
Midnight Run.
birthday
Did you
for yesterday.
Happy birthday, Rob.
I chose 3. I chose Midnight Run, Godfather Part 2, and Goodfellas.
Godfather 2 is really his movie, isn't
I
it?
thought about Heat. I thought about Heat.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, ooh, Heat's great, but Godfather Part 2, yeah.
The other thing that's happening, which isn't technically happening until next week, I think, but it's still a big deal right now. Everybody's going crazy. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, celebrates an anniversary. James Cameron has released a 3D print of T2.
Ooh.
And it will have special screenings on August the 29th, which is, of course, relevant.
Yep.
And then it will go on to be released, I think, in wide release from the 1st of September. So there's another chance to see that. I actually had an email about the process that they clearly explained, like...
What was it, 1998?
No,
Eight-
in the movie.
82998.
8299, I guess so, maybe.
If you type that code into your old copy of Terminator 2 on DVD, there's a full uncut version of the film.
Oh,
I
nice.
never
Judgment
knew
Day.
that.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. There's an
knew
Easter
that.
egg for you.
Nice. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, it's even got little workproof bits all edited in and all the rest of it.
That's kind of cool.
I love that
I
film,
didn't even
though.
knew that happened.
Yeah, you type in Judgment Day.
That's awesome. Where?
Yeah.
What, just on a menu screen?
Yeah, on the menu screen, you put it on your buttons, your number buttons.
So they've gone beat by beat through a process with it. Cameron has personally overseen it. They've kind of took it all apart, cleaned it up in terms of the frame rate and the print of the film. They took several negatives, the ones that were in good repair, and then tidied them up, cleaned them up, and lots of very cool people. The 3D conversion guys that worked on it, overseen personally by Cameron, because we know he's very, very, very on top of his work.
Yep.
Was overseen by the guys that had been working on Spider-Man: Homecoming, I think, and they've been working on 1 or 2 other Marvel movies, and they're presently working on Avatar with him.
Yeah.
So, and they were responsible for the original Avatar, I think.
Nice.
So they've overseen the 3D conversion, and there are a couple of other very talented folks involved, who have all done things we love, by the way. I just can't remember them right now. We're working on the
That's his
Dolby
old
Atmos
age.
mix down, and
Yeah.
so yeah, you got a brand new, awesome, updated 3D kind of 4K Atmos version of T2 coming to cinemas or theatres, in your case, across the pond there.
Brilliant.
Very soon. Very soon.
Sounds
Which I'm
pretty
actually
awesome.
I'm actually wanting to go out and do that.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the greatest kind of action movies of all time, I think.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
It was a big game changer, for sure.
It is. So that's what's on the ledger. Detroit's out next week, but we'll talk more about that next week. Which is another game changer. Funnily enough, directed by James Cameron's ex-wife. There's a link.
I gotta admit, I'm looking forward to Detroit. That's gonna be hard to watch, but oh my god, how fucking socially
Yeah.
relevant is that movie right now?
Right now, massively relevant. And I spoke to Hannah Murray, who's also Gilly in Game of Thrones. You guys watch it?
Gilly.
I do. Gilly, thank you.
She used to be in Skins.
Yeah, she was Cassie in Skins. See, I remembered that. I watched that.
Yeah.
She's
I never watched
fantastic.
it.
Very lovely young lady, and we talked a little bit about how relevant it is right now and how it can be comparable to current events. And that event in itself was.
That's Catherine Bigelow.
Fucking horrifying, but she's very good at capturing
she hasn't
that
done a
lightning
bad
in the
movie.
Yeah, so yeah, really looking forward to that. I haven't seen it yet. We'll see it before. See you guys next week. But yeah, stunning cast as well. John Boyega.
That man's just going from strength to strength.
Yeah,
I watched Attack the Block
amazing.
again the other week.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's like what, 15 or something in that movie. 15,
Will Poulter's
16?
in this movie as well.
He's really done well for himself.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
was kind of looking at this and I'm thinking, this
It's
is a
very
movie that's...
British fucking TV.
I know,
concept,
right?
isn't it?
It's a movie that's about Detroit and kind of like 3 or 4 of your lead people are all Brits.
Yeah.
It's because we fucking rock.
Yeah, so they're involved as well. And
Actors,
the
we've got
guy
them.
who plays the Ukrainian in The Strain, you know, the Ukrainian rat-catching badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also in it as a cop.
Cool.
So yeah, it's quite the lineup.
Game of Thrones news. It's still very, very good. Watch it.
Speaking of Game
Confirmed.
of Thrones, confirmed. Oh, and I asked her if Castle Black was actually as cold as it looks, and she said yes. Yes.
Apparently,
it is.
Game of Thrones got leaked. Naughty, naughty people.
Naughty.
Someone on HBO just fucking lost their job. Yeah, apparently it was someone at HBO accidentally leaked it. How do you accidentally fucking upload it? How do you accidentally
Was it
upload
accidentally though?
Was it?
Or was somebody having a dick measuring contest and wanted to be the cool guy in their group of friends?
Who knows? But there we go.
Or was someone offered the monies? But then if you worked at HBO...
Well, you can just wait till Sunday and just watch it. It'd be fine.
Yeah, you could do
People
that.
are just fucking impatient.
Why would you need... Yeah. You work at HBO. Why would... This is a fucking... This is a thing. It's a bone of contention for me because people keep doing this shit, right? If you worked for the awesomeness that is HBO, why would you fucking risk your job?
I don't know, man.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, that's not something
The
you
guy-
could.
was there,
you
is
can't
Ellen DeGeneres' show? Someone
accidentally-
did that as well. Wasn't the Oscar pirate row over Ellen? Was it Ellen DeGeneres' show?
That was The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Somebody was
It was
on.
leaked from the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Yeah,
because
someone on her
it
team.
had the Ellen DeGeneres show watermark. Fucking that this is the copy
Oh,
of the
dear.
Ellen DeGeneres, the Ellen show. Like, and it was like, wow, fuck, someone just lost their fucking job.
Yeah, because obviously she's going to look at that because she's going to have Ben Stiller on her show, and they've given that to
Yeah.
her and Oscars and all that shit.
And someone's
She's
clearly
involved.
just ripped it
And
straight away
you-
without looking at it and thought, oh, I've got this, uploaded it, and then there it is. Someone fucking lost their job.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
absolutely.
accidentally.
Well, there was a whole thing,
leak
wasn't there,
it.
where
It's-
everybody suddenly stopped sending them out.
The fucking thing is, if you're Ben Stiller on the show, the fucking star and fucking director of that fucking movie, you could just ask him, any chance I could get a copy to watch? He might say yes.
He seems like a
he seems
nice
yeah,
bloke.
Seems
Yeah.
approachable. At least he'd probably comp you a ticket.
It's a cool guy.
It's a good film. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
That's a great film. One of those movies. Actually, after everything that we've just talked about, that movie is the ideal
That
antidote.
would be a nice.
That movie,
feel
right?
good
In
movie
fact,
moment.
if you have that movie or you have access to that movie right now, when you're done with this podcast, go and watch that movie after because it will remind you that life really isn't all that bad.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful film.
Yeah,
it really, really is.
That's very, very good.
And life isn't bad. They're sitting at home or at work or wherever they are, and they're watching
at work.
our beautiful faces.
I
I know that I know that I never used to do anything at work, so yeah. And they get to see our beautiful faces and listen to us talking shit about shit. So
Speaking of shit, I gotta fucking. No, it's nearly
I
there.
thought I could smell something a bit yucky.
Is that pretty much this
Oh,
week?
We're nearly.
It's
yeah.
been a quiet week.
I think so. I mean, yeah, like I said,
Other
just to
than
round
all
up.
the racism.
Racism is bad,
Hitman's
kids.
Bodyguard is your choice.
The Tick is coming next week. I think it's next Friday. On Amazon.
If you want to watch something on the Bucks, watch The Defenders. If you want to play something, play Sonic. And if you want to hate something, hate
I think
Trump.
Death Note. I think
I like
Death
that.
Note might be out this week on Netflix.
Yeah, there's some very interesting things.
So, again, if you're all for whitewashing, give that a watch. It might be good. There'll be the complaint. That will be the complaint. Of course it will.
It's just not cool.
You know, It's an American
It's
remake.
not big.
It's fine.
It's not clever.
I'm hoping it'll be okay. You know,
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
Jinx.
He is genius. Genius casting for that.
Confirmed!
I mean, Jesus, fucking Willem Dafoe looks like Ryuk. Like, it really does. It's crazy.
Shit-eating grin.
Yeah, we can't wait for that. There's some other cool stuff. There's a thing with Kathy Bates where she sells weed. Like,
Yeah, that looked odd, but quite amusing.
Wasn't that a movie though already? A British comedy.
no.
There was a
Oh,
movie,
about
wasn't
the
there,
old
about a woman-
lady.
This is
Old
a
lady
weird-
that
this is
sold
a
weed.
weird-
Yeah,
this is a
that
weird
sounds
sitcom.
familiar.
Like, I think
She's got one of the weed
got a
shops.
medicinal marijuana shop.
See,
So-
a lot of people didn't like.
Kathy Bates, but it's going to be.
A lot
quite
of
good.
people didn't like Bad Santa 2, just as it was just a terrible remake of the first one. But the thing I loved most about Bad Santa 2 was Kathy Bates. She kind of. was a
Oh,
go-to.
She's
yeah.
Kathy Bates.
fucking
She's great
funny.
in fucking everything.
I love her.
She's funny. Yeah.
So
Another lady that kind of, it doesn't matter how old she gets,
She gets some good
she's
shit.
still getting good parts,
Oh, no,
I think.
that's fine. If you're not a really good-looking person, you can make your career last for a long, long time. That
Are you
way.
trying to say she's not good looking then?
Yeah,
That's
look
a
at
bit
Helen
mean.
Mirren.
Sorry, Helen Mirren's good-looking.
Oh yeah, she's stunning.
I think, is it grab a granny night or something?
I still would.
What, Kathy Bates?
And on that note,
She'll tie you to bed and fucking hobble you.
yep. Hey.
Oh dear. She'll hobble your arsehole. Just hit that shit with a
Old
fucking
man's.
sledgehammer.
That was an old
Stick a
man.
board between the fucking arse cheeks and just.
That was an old man's arse gargle.
Yes. Alright. A little bit shorter than usual, but you know, poignant and punchy, so that'll be alright.
We love you. Thank you for watching. We hope we've been informative and entertaining. We might have been offensive. If so, there's a comment box. You can leave some.
We tried not to be offensive.
Of course not.
Came close with that whole fucking Mickey Rooney bit though.
But do tell us.
That wasn't our fault
No,
though.
that was-
They made the film, we just
yeah, that was
commented on
Breakfast
it.
at Tiffany's.
Yeah,
It's
just
still-
tell us directly
It's
if there's
still
a problem.
good film.
That'd be awesome.
It's just got that really racist bit in it.
And we didn't make it.
No, we didn't make that movie.
No.
It's not our fault.
No.
Don't blame us.
Dear, oh dear.
We're not racist.
No.
Okay, well, from us, we shall. I can hear the cat snoring.
She's on an anti-racism march. It's fine.
Probably won't be able to pick it up. You never know, it might. Anyway,
Anywho,
we shall see you possibly not next week, for there is a big festival event going on, but we will have some kind of video going up on the Saturday.
I
as
might
usual.
just sit there and sing for like an hour,
Or-
or
We could just have white noise.
thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.
I'm going to pay for that. All right. Bye bye.
all by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore.
Shut that fucking noise off. Thank you. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, did good there, I think. Did good. It's good selection.
Is this your dildo?
I think is it a black dildo
It is on the tip
or a
of it.
purple one? Mine's the purple one. Cool. Yeah, I'll have that back actually if you don't mind. Me and the cat will need it.